This is the Aerospeed Chronograph app tutorial. The tabs at the top allow you to select different input tabs. The wind allows you to put in the wind direction. This is a tailwind. This would be a headwind. That would be a crosswind. And then you can set the speed either by dragging the windsock up and down, or you can click on a common speed here. And you can see the trees moving at different wind speeds. You can go to the temperature tab. You can set the temperature by moving the mercury up and down, or you can select a common temperature. You can select a shooting distance, or you can click on a standard shooting distance. Then on the shoot tab, you can set the delay. Usually I would set it to, say, 15 seconds. That gives me time to draw back, put the phone in my pocket, draw back, aim, and wait for the signal to shoot. But I'll just set it for 2. The duration, you might want to set that for 3 or 4 seconds for longer shots, maybe up to 100 yards. Otherwise, just use 2 seconds. You can change to metric units or US units. English units, and you can also select which arrow that you're shooting with. You can add additional arrows from the arrows tab over here. Go to the list tab and then just hit the plus, and you can add a new arrow. Enter the mass of the arrow, like in 360 grain arrow, and then you can see the shots that have all been recorded and the speeds of the arrow here. And this speed correlates to which arrow you have selected. Then you hit start to shoot. And then you can hit save to save that shot. And then you can go to the arrows and look at the shots. We had a 20-yard at 131. I didn't actually shoot that with a real bow, so I'll just delete that. You can delete that shot if you don't like it. And then I can go back to the shoot tab, and I can replay the signal. If I actually shot that at 30 yards by mistake, but I forgot to enter it into the program, I can just go and change it to 30 yards. Go back to the shoot tab and hit recalculate. And then it'll say if it took that long at 30 yards, it would be shooting at 313 feet per second. Then you can scroll down to see additional help about the program. You may want to read the help before you take a shot, so it's easier to read. And for the arrows tab, you can add new arrows, you can delete arrows from here, you can rename them, you can edit the shots, and the speeds will give you the time and the velocity of the arrow at each distance. You can see here that at 50 yards, we're shooting at 276, but this is the average velocity. If you shoot at different distances, and you can see that instead of being 276, it's actually 272 feet per second at 50 yards, but the average speed will be 276. And then this is the drag coefficient of the arrow. It's how many feet per second that the arrow decelerates. And this is the kinetic energy, and this is the type of game that you could hunt with this energy of arrow. And this concludes the Aerospeed Chronograph tutorial.